You took the girl that works at the nonprofit out to dinner instead of the stripper? What's wrong with you, Sebastian? It's like donating money to a puppy mill instead of an animal rescue. It's bad for the show. If you want to find out about it, don't let it happen again. Are we on? This episode of the BenBen Show is brought to you by the Biden administration's ban on pomegranates. Earlier this week, Joe Biden signed into law a ban on pomegranates for all federal employees and private businesses that have 100 or more workers. Unsure if that's legal, but I digress. No word yet from White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki on what this has to do with COVID-19, but that has not stopped Karens from around the globe from taking this law into their own hands and running with it.
No pomegranates! No pomegranates! None!
Yikes. Trans community. You think you get to decide what's funny just because you have a penis? I don't think so. Dave Chappelle and Joe Rogan are trying to balance the wokeness. Let them be. Let them restore order to the force. It's way too out of whack. Like a short, fat, retarded person opposite a midget on a seesaw. It's just not, got a equilibrium, much desired. Like, what's the deal? Dave Chappelle, he dedicates his show to his trans friend that committed suicide. A trans friend who was a comic in San Francisco that every time Dave Chappelle performed in San Francisco, this person that he befriended opens for him. But that's not good enough because he's talking about how maybe blackface is the same as transgenderism. You get what I'm saying? Like, he makes a joke that is funny and thought-provoking at the same time. How is wearing blackface like Rasta versus deciding to be a woman and dressing as a woman? Not the same thing. It's like you know what I mean? It's funny. It's also interesting and thought-provoking and very amusing when you think about Title IX provisions designed to protect women. But now women are really women. They're just these vessels that don't really mean anything. There's no difference between them and men. But at the same time, the social affectations of being a woman, long hair and boobs, is the panacea for the trans community to be cured or to alleviate their gender dysphoria and make them happier. The other amusing thing about that, if I were to write a joke, if Netflix gave me a special, I'd write something about is the cure for transgenderism or the treatment always the same for everybody? If you're 45 years old and you're if you're me and you're 10, 15 years older, I'm not gonna tell you how old I am. That's hey, my nipples are hard. I'm not gonna tell you how old I am. But, say me, I don't think I can pass as a woman, right? But I'm 45 years old, then I decided to transition a little bit more, weathered and, whatever. I hope that doesn't happen, but hey, that's life. And then I decided I'm going to transition. So the doctor does exactly the same thing for me as he would someone who's 18 or 20. Doesn't seem like that treatment is effective for me. You know what I mean? Just thinking about it. So I'm just saying.